It's time for Market Explainer, your number one business news podcast. Hosted by Danny and the big man. And it starts right now.
So, Big Man actually sent me this story. So this is one of the few times where he gets to participate in the curation here. Amazon is revealing this new thing where it will let merchants do buy with Prime, which I presume will let you utilize fulfilled by Amazon's system, their ecosystem, their delivery trucks, and they will let you say, hey, you can have your own website, you can do your own SEO, you can do all your own marketing, but you can utilize the thing that makes Amazon useful and famous to anybody, which is it shows up in 2 days.
Look, this is kind of a evil empire thing to me, right? Like this is, hey, Amazon, we all know what Amazon is. We all know how big Amazon's gotten, yada, 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 right?
You know, they're so evil that they help people get things at a discounted price very quickly, right?
However,
when there was a panini and we were all locked in our homes, and there's elderly people who can't get groceries because they can't go to the grocery store when it's cold outside.
Right.
They're getting, so evil of these people to deliver things to their homes, to the old and the indigent and the injured.
Yes.
Yeah, what awful people.
Yeah, but it's evil empire. Anyway.
Totally.
Look, the evil
Giving
empire.
Giving workers jobs, paying billions of dollars in taxes. Evil, evil, evil.
All right. The point, though, is just like any company, you're either growing or you're dying. There's no third direction. So Amazon going, look, we can only grow so big doing exactly what we're doing. So how we can continue to consume the native websites out there that people may be going to get their products if they're not getting it from us. This is the Walmart back in the day moving in and buying the local drugstore. Or pushing the drugstore out of business, right? The local pharmacy,
more
whatever.
Walmart style. Yeah, they would go in and push the Walmart out of business. Usually.
Yeah, to me, this is Amazon's way of doing that, just saying it nicely. Like if I come to you as a company and you have joessoap.com that does really well on the East Coast, and I tell you, hey, come partner with Amazon. You ship it all the soap to us. You put it on there that people can buy it through their Prime membership if they want to, and we'll ship it out. Make sure everybody gets it in 2 days, and that sounds great.
Right.
Until 2 years from now, and Amazon's like, yeah, we now make your soap. We now, like it. Just to me, it's like they're infesting places that they can't currently get to.
So Amazon, one of their, and people say this is awful of them to do. Something that they do is they will find a very popular, successful item on Amazon. And they will knock it off, and they will create their own version.
Amazon Basics.
That's right. Guess what? I'm currently using an Amazon Basics tripod. I'm wearing Amazon Essentials jeans. Okay. These jeans are designed by DXL, but they are manufactured and shipped by Amazon. But here's what happened. They stopped making them. Amazon realized we can't make any money this way. Guess what? 4 or 5 different companies started calling themselves blah, blah, blah essentials, yada, yada essentials.
Right.
So what happened is the reverse happened. Amazon knocked off a company. Then that company went out of business. And then Amazon goes, we can't make any money. So a company knocks off Amazon who was knocking off somebody else. So it's a dog-eat-dog world, and Amazon realizes at some point, I think they're starting to realize we can't be all things to everyone. And they're starting to, I think, this is what I think. They're starting to realize here's what they are. They are a CPG logistics company, consumer product goods. All they're doing is aligning consumer product goods and logistics, and they're saying, hey, we're going to do logistics better than UPS, Walmart, USPS, FedEx, and we're going to align it with a catalog of products. And here's what I truly believe this. They're probably going to slowly pull out of manufacturing as much as they do because the profits simply aren't there. Now, what's interesting about the story is we have this story in our show notes. And what happened after this story was announced was that Amazon had its first down quarter ever since 2015.
but you and I both know, and we talked about this with that story. The $4 billion loss is not due to necessarily Amazon doing Amazon. It's due to
Rivian
the
purchase.
Rivian. Essentially, is the entirety of its loss. They invested in a what should be a failed electric car company at this point, which technically is not. I get because they are making trucks. I actually found my first one out in the wild. I texted you a couple of weeks ago. One of my somebody in our line at Kids has them. I didn't realize it. They say it's a full size pickup truck. It is not. It is like Toyota's.
It's like a Honda Ridgeline. It's like a Honda Ridgeline.
Yeah, it's like a 3/4 truck is what we used to call them, right? Like it's you know what I mean?
But hey, listen, it's not for guys who do truck things with their truck. It's for guys who have boots that are never scuffed. It's just like, I'm wearing a flannel shirt. It's just fashion.
It's an electric car shaped like a truck. Like that's what it is.
And here's the thing. It's even truck people. I know guys with big, gnarly diesel trucks. Ask them if they've towed with it. Nothing. Right? So
that's true.
Yeah.
But all of this comes on the back of Amazon just raised its Prime pricing, right?
Yeah.
Went from 119 to 139. I mean, that's a 15% bump, right? If you're paying monthly, it went from 13 to 15. Now, this is what I would agree with you that Amazon, at least big picture, wants to become a logistics type of company,
right?
Because there's so much money in it right now. As of the end of last year, December 2021, because these numbers only come out so often, Amazon Prime had 172 million Americans that have a Prime membership. 172 million.
Now
you multiply that by $139 a year.
Right.
Right?
What is that?
And it's okay. I don't know. I don't have that big of a calculator in my mind.
Well, you don't need a big calculator. All calculators do the same thing. It's 139 times how many?
172 million.
Okay, we're doing the math. That's why we're market explainer. I don't know a number to tell you because I don't know. That's a lot of zeros. Is that two?
It's got $2 trillion. I don't know.
It's a bunch. I don't know.
I shouldn't have left Danny with the calculator.
Yeah, there's a lot of numbers. It's a lot. 239080000. That's I don't know. What is that? That's not 200 billion, is it?
Okay, it's a crap ton of money, right?
It's 200 billion actually.
And that's what they've made. That's what they make every year from now till forever. In just people paying for the membership. Yeah, that's not a dollar that they make from a product. That's not a dollar that they've made from any advertising. That's not a dollar. Like, they literally are printing money just from a logistical standpoint, right?
Right.
So by getting other places, other websites,
right.
When is the partnership for Etsy coming? Right? Partnership for Etsy to do Prime memberships, right? Now they're starting this off with only people that currently use their Fulfilled by Amazon, right? Like that's who they're starting with. And if you don't know what Fulfilled by Amazon, it's literally where they either are in charge of obtaining the product or you obtain the product and ship it to their warehouses. Either way, it has to be at their facility for them to take on the responsibilities of getting it out.
Yeah, so I've had an FBA business. What's fascinating is they charge you a storage fee. And what they do is you have to label the products, you have to do everything. And then you send them the products to their warehouse. Mm-hmm. And then you just hope that you sell enough that it covers your storage costs and then your cost of goods. And it's interesting because if you're trying to introduce a product, or if you, let's say, for instance, you can be any website and go, if you're a big enough website, you're not warehousing out of your garage. You have to warehouse it somewhere. Right. So you're paying somebody to warehouse it. But if you can ignite the power of buy with Prime and people who are already, consumers of things that I am, listen, I will buy something via Prime that I won't buy over. It's like, buy it from my website. I get extra. I make more money if you buy it directly from the company. Mm-hmm. I don't care, bro. I want it in 2 days. Because if it shows up in 7 days when you're
Hmm.
promising it, I don't care anymore. I don't want it.
I mean, look, it happens on everything. Again, we partnership with my partnership, Big Man Gear, with Amazon. One of the reasons I have it that way, I can
Yeah.
make more money on Teespring, or I can make more money per shirt off of other platforms. But Amazon, you get it in 2 days. They handle the printing of it. They handle the creation of it. They handle
Right.
everything. I just create the
You
T-shirt
can make
itself.
you can make more money printing the shirts at a local printer here in Austin somewhere
Absolutely.
than you can actually than this way. I have a print on demand business. I have a couple of them actually. It's not that I can't get it done other ways. It's that, well, then I have to do all this logistics.
Right.
So
They ultimately want to, according to the press release, they ultimately want to take it even past fulfilled by Amazon.
yeah,
Now, again, that goes back to, like you said, the logistics company stuff. They
right.
essentially want to replace the United States Postal Service. They want to have so many
Agreed.
warehouses,
Yep.
locations, trucks, that
So,
if you are officed out of the Rena, you know what I mean? Rena
yeah.
Center over here, wherever it is, and you have just a warehouse full of dolls, whatever it is you're
Yep.
selling, they want to have so much availability of trucks and shipping and locations that they can come pick it up from your
Yeah.
facility and get it to the client in 2 days, right?
Right. So there's another company that was trying to compete with Amazon to do something very similar called, I think it's called Warehouse Anywhere, something like that. And they were saying our logistics business can deliver things in 3 days to any consumer in the United States. In the contiguous United States, I think it's 2 or 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
So where Amazon is going to be different is that it's a trusted name. If you're just starting, and here's the thing, there are kids today in high school making six figures with e-commerce businesses where they don't touch product.
At all. It's all
Yeah,
drop shipped or
or
fulfilled by
whatever.
Amazon and whatever.
Correct. There's a kind of a viral call where somebody calls into Dave Ramsey and says, "Hey, I haven't told my mom this, but last month I made $60,000 in e-commerce." He's like, "Yeah, that's not going to last." And I was like, "Idiot! Dave Ramsey's stupid for having said that to this kid." Because he's like, "Yeah, this way you can save up for college." I'm like, "No, no, no. He doesn't need college because the teachers at college don't know how to do what he just did."
Well, but
Right?
he needs to stay up on top of. Again, I'm not a Dave Ramsey fan.
Yeah,
Of Dave Ramsey, not what he teaches necessarily,
of course.
but him. I'm not a
Yeah,
fan. The point though is what he should have said to the kid is the way you're doing it right now may not last. Meaning, if
right.
you're selling the exact same product the exact
Correct.
same way a year from now, you're probably not making $60,000 a month. You may be making $2,000 a month. Like
But
you,
it's still
it's
better than,
something.
yeah. So like he's just like, and he calls it a Dave Ramsey, and I was like, it's probably a troll because if you're that kid, you're not calling it a Dave Ramsey, is my thought. But
Yeah.
the point is, the advice stands the same, which is it was stupid advice, and like
Hmm.
the reality of the matter is, e-commerce, Panini or not, we're not going anywhere. People aren't going to stop getting things delivered to their house versus walking into a store. So it doesn't. It makes sense going forward that there's going to be a lot more of people. And hey, guess what? Let me tell you something. This is good. Here's why it's good. Think of, your family or other people. We
Hmm.
want to start a store. You needed to get inventory. There's so much stuff. You had to make an investment that for most people means they had to sell their house or whatever.
Yeah.
This means that you can start selling 10 products on it. You can make a beautiful website. You can make a website that looks, it's amazing, super slick. And you can have 10 products on there. And it's literally, here's your entire inventory. You made 10 of them, right?
Hmm.
And you can go start a business that your grandfather could only dream of starting.
Right.
But because it's fulfilled or it's processed by Amazon Prime, sure, you're paying some fees, but at the end of the day, it lets you grow a business. But here's the other part. You now own your customer, right?
Right.
Your customers, yes, they're paying through Prime, just like they're going to pay through PayPal, right? Yes, but it's delivered by some warehouse. UPS, Amazon doesn't, who cares?
Right.
But what this does is it lends Amazon's credibility to you so people will buy. And that is
Hey,
what
online
I think is
security is a
important.
big deal. right?
Yeah.
Online, I don't know about you. I do a lot of discount shopping online. Like I take my time
Yeah.
to buy certain things. I do research, and every now and then I'll find what I'm looking for on
Right.
Bob
Uh-huh.
bobshoemart.com, right?
Yeah.
But it better be a really amazing deal for me to even give bobshoemart.com because bobshoemart.com doesn't sound like a legit site to buy
Yeah, right.
$200 shoes from, right? So,
Right.
like, I'd pay 10% more to go ahead and buy them from Amazon because
Right.
Amazon's trusted. So it gives yourself a sense of stability, of
Credibility, yeah.
right, credibility. But look, I wouldn't be surprised if this takes off like Amazon wants, that it doesn't split off very soon. And by very soon, I mean in the next couple of years as Amazon delivery service. Or like they split it into its own,
Yeah, and that I
this
don't
branch
doubt
is
it.
going to handle
Right.
all of the logistics of, right, this product. Because this
Right.
is a really separate product from Amazon selling a bunch of crap, right?
Right.
It's a completely different setup and mentality and, like you said, logistics, and it could easily be its own branch and its own moneymaker for them, which, I mean, they're just, like I said, it's United States Postal Service in
Right. And
a newer technology way.
right, but here's the other thing. I know several people right now, two actually, or three, who are starting businesses in Amazon's logistics division. They're buying up the trucks, they're hiring drivers, and Amazon is like, hopefully these company owners are putting their own trackers on their trucks. You shouldn't just rely on what Amazon is going to give you because they're going to give you a tracker. You can go to Bolo Intelligence or bolointel.com and learn a little bit about that. But no, I know people who are doing that right now, and they're going to make money, right? Just starting
Well,
at
I don't know that, like, people keep talking about, and this, we talked about Walmart coming into certain areas, right? And you push out all your local businesses because you
right,
can undercut them or whatever.
right,
This is gonna, we've already started talking about in the economy as a whole. You
right,
have these urban areas, you have these rural areas.
right.
Rural areas already get less than urban areas.
Of
They get
course, yeah,
worse internet access, they get
right.
worse, delivery services. Amazon Prime's not available in some of these rural areas, whatever. Does this create that disparity even more if Amazon starts delivering all these other products, and the
Yeah,
more companies that come to rely on Amazon to deliver those products,
right.
that obviously benefits urban areas, right?
Right. So my thinking here was that in the previous administration, it would have been interesting to see them sell the United States Postal Service to Amazon, right? And because it's a massive liability, it's billions of dollars like that these employees are getting paid. And right now I'm filming this in a public library. You walk into a post office, you walk into a public library, there's workers everywhere, right?
Right,
Yeah, go walk into a Barnes and Noble, go walk into a UPS store. There's two people,
right.
right? So there's these massive liabilities, and like, Europe had privatized its public. I don't. The concept that mail is somehow like the stuff that comes, like your bills have to be done by a public company. We're learning that that's unnecessary, right? Because
Right.
like even last mile. And here's what I do think, though. I do think that rural areas are becoming more popular because everybody can work from home. And, Kevin O'Leary of
Mm-hmm.
Shark Tank was saying, hey, one of my guys said he's going back to his family farm. If I want to keep him on as an employee, he has to work from home. Otherwise, he's not coming back to work. So I think a lot of people I think that rural areas are going to become more popular to live in because of stuff like this. Because before it was you don't have access to this. Now it's you can get it in 5 days, but if you live in the big city, you get it in 2 days or even
Right.
one day. And I still think that there's economics there that makes sense where they're going to have a small warehouse or something where they're going to be docking and delivering. And, there's a local guy in town, Earl, and Earl's going to be giving everybody their stuff, right?
I
So,
just don't know that Amazon is going to, if the numbers don't work, Amazon's not going to build a warehouse there. Like,
yeah.
I don't know that Amazon is a company in the way that it's built up.
Well,
And that's what's different between it and like USPS,
the
right?
right.
United States Postal Service has to gives service to every address, no matter where it's at, right? Yada, yada, yada.
And adding to that is a lot of how Amazon has built their logistics business is through not franchising, but allowing individuals or inviting individual business owners to come in and provide services under the Amazon umbrella. So it might make sense and I think that a company like Amazon, like you were just saying, well, there's only so much we can grow. Eventually they're going to go, okay, we're going to have to add a service charge if you're X number of miles outside of wherever.
And they already partner with USPS, right?
Like
USPS handles some of the last mile stuff. So they already have a partnership in place with them. They could just as easily create another partnership with Joe Bob's Delivery.
And if USPS has they cover every inch of this country. So there is a warehouse somewhere that Amazon could store in whatever. It's already there. That infrastructure is already built. It's just about getting a company that knows how to utilize it correctly to come and do it. That's all.
It's true. It'll be interesting to see where it goes.
Very. All right, we're going to jump into this next story, but before we do that, I want to let you know the Market Explainer has a Patreon. We have the exclusive full videos up on patreon.com/marketexplainer. You can also go check out our website, marketexplainer.com.